Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we're back in Fallout 4, You Only Live Once, done live with the Rad Run.
If you're looking for a refreshing way to make it through the day,
in the
try a
Nuka-World
Nuka-Cola
transit
Dark. Same great cola taste, with an alcohol twist.
A twist. Let's get out of here. This announcer's been yelling at me for far too long. Actually, no, this is a perfect time for me to say, yes, we made it to Nuka-World, and we're going to do the gauntlet today, because that's what we have to do to get through this DLC. Gauntlet should be fun, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue with the workarounds I've found. And hopefully those work out. Crashes could happen, or horrible things that don't actually, work could happen. So we'll find out, one way or another. And so we'll just have to go through this boring train ride that we always have to go through. And looks like we've still got a Radstorm, and it is doing rads. 582 rads. Yeah, that's fine. So, because we've got the rads going, I guess I'll just wait until the Nuka-World Radstorm wears off. Actually, let me make sure. So, we've got Nuka-World weathers for our the normal weathers and the unused CK weathers. Okay, apparently we don't have we don't have Radstorms specifically for Nuka-World, strangely enough. That's fine. Let's listen to this and talk over the announcer and, gauge and whatnot. We're going to be taking on the gauntlet, which shouldn't be too much of an issue, like I said, for a YOLO run that has to deal with the fact that we only have 40% of our health left. And we have to deal with the rads, and we have Coulter to deal with. And we can't use the squirt gun. The squirt gun is off limits, because of course the squirt gun's off limits. No guaranteed weapons that are going to be pretty much unique. And its unique effect for that squirt gun is to disengage the... Looks like we're losing our Radstorm. Okay, we can bring it back apparently, so all's well that ends well. But yeah, we can't use the squirt gun. Squirt gun is not available to us. That is a unique weapon, and it has a unique legendary effect that's hidden, and that unique legendary effect is undoing the Tesla power armor damage negation effect on, Coulter's power armor or whatever. So that's what we're dealing with. Now, of course, that means that we'll have to find some way around it and do a bunch of damage to them. But the first thing I wanted to see was this chained door. We've got a someone who's been kind enough to point out, Insane Shackledore, that there is a way to just kind of, if we can. Oh my god, we can't. That was way too easy. How did the game let that happen? We can just skip the gauntlet. Okay, so we can't skip the gauntlet. Apparently there's going to be a bug, so we actually have to go back into the gauntlet later on, but that's after the gas room, where there's the ants, when you first see the ants. So that is one way to skip most of the gauntlet. But no, we're not going to do that. That's the coward's way out of the gauntlet. We need to prove to the raiders that we are Overboss material, and we need to make it through the gauntlet. So let's do that. Something, get a move on. Yeah, I know. Let's get a move on indeed. I think I used Psycho Jet instead of Jet. That was my mistake. Okay, so into caution. This is mostly unnecessary. I guess I don't really need to get these tripwires. They can be a problem, the tripwires, if there is going to be something that can actually... Are we not having radiations? Okay, so I should probably sit around and have a radiation storm going on. That's unfortunate. So, the radiation storms pretty much turned off pretty quickly. Maybe it's once you enter the gauntlet. I'll have to keep an eye on that. But that had a stealth play? Okay, that's very nice of you, game. Was kind of surprised to see that. You know what I'm realizing? I don't have a melee weapon for dealing with the rad roaches. That's kind of unfortunate because the rad roaches, well, there's a gas room and it ignites the gas only for like 2 or 3 damage, I think.
Still alive, but don't let that get you down.
But
The gauntlet's still got plenty in store for this one.
yeah, that would probably be a good idea to keep an eye out for something that's a gun. Oh, don't do that. Where's the... I don't do this enough. Forget what the gauntlet has in store for me. So we're going to take it nice and slow when we can. And look for... Ooh, I could use a silver table knife to defeat some rad roaches, right? Have any damage to it, unfortunately. Dang shame. Yeah, I wouldn't mind finding a knife or something. That'd be really useful. But no, that's fine. Even if we have to ignite the room with... yes, decision time. I'm not going to open the other doors. I'm pretty sure that that's just... Yep. Grenades right there. Sometimes you can grab grenades if you're fast enough. Hello, the Beezer. Hello, John. Okay, so that'll be easier than the Beezer, but I'll probably still see the Beezer and just immediately want to call you the Beezer. Hopefully that's fine. But yeah, it is going well, but I've just jumped into Nuka-World and I realized that I don't have a particular melee weapon or any melee weapon to deal with the gas room, so my plans have been slightly upset, unfortunately. I think we'll be fine. I'm guessing that I'll just use my bare knuckles and hope for the best. So let's get through this fast. And we don't have lockpicking, so we actually need to go grab the key, which is right there. Faster, faster, faster. I don't like the rads because rads are something I don't have a lot of room for. And 3 rads, maybe 2 or 3 rads. Hopefully that's not too much. Okay, so... skeletons. I feel like the skeleton probably, yeah, didn't survive the rad room. Well, John, I'm going to call you John if I can remember. John, the gauntlet has already pulled a fast one on me, unfortunately. But I was able to see my salvation by opening up a chain door that the insane Shackledore was able to show me earlier. So if I take a bunch of damage, I have no one to blame but myself. But I wanted to do this with as few glitchy, exploity stuff as possible. And that's what we're going to try to do. This area, just kill the monkey. And kill these things. And one more. Okay. Unfortunately, none of these turrets had knives or anything. I'm running out of... Maybe the super mutant has a knife in the Mirelurk pit. I'm definitely running out of ideas when it comes to melee weapons, but I think I'll have to use my bare fists. I'm in power armor, so that should be pretty good, but yeah. Duct tape, scissors, silver table knife, all that stuff. Not good enough, apparently. And you have a magnifying glass. Not useful. Now, I have had legendary effects on weapons work before where I don't need to actually worry about igniting the gas room when it comes to the, I think, explosive and what else? Like gooifying, maybe? I forget exactly what, so don't take this as canon or anything, but there are legendary effects that actually don't trigger gas in the gas room. So, would have been useful. But we have had a really bad spree when it comes to what has been dropping for us. Advanced doesn't have anything for us. Didn't think so. God, the bright light is too bright. I wish I could have a dimmable bright light. That'd be nice. Brightest when I need to be on the bottom of the ocean floor looking for things. but not too bright when I'm just looking around for random frag mines. I'm going to try to pick up a few of them. It's super unnecessary to grab too many because, well, I can sell them at the very least, but I definitely don't need all of them. I can't even see them. It's literally too bright. So there's only that one right there. There's probably a bazillion this way. So make sure you're gonna... The rads have been going a little bit towards canceling the damage, and then I'm eating into my health, and then I lost a little bit of health from random things, and then the rads caught up. So it's kind of on par. I'm feeling pretty good about the amount of damage I've taken versus the amount of rads I've been taking. But of course, the damage I've been taking is just mistakes. I made the mistake of dealing with enemies rather haphazardly, let's say. Kill him. But then there's other enemies where, you know, I think I'm gonna just...
Jesus, who's torturing who? Pick up the pace, Vic.
Okay, I'll pick up the pace, I promise. I don't have too much in the way of action points, so I want to actually sprint through this area and just hold them at the top of the little cave thing there. So someone's going to say something about getting in there, sucker. And let's kill them if we can kill them. Be ready to use Mirelurk egg omelets when we need to get our action points back. Oh my god, I'm such a bad shot. I need to do a little better when it comes to the shooting. How is that? I am just the worst, aren't I? Okay. Turn on the VATS. Let's just kill these guys. The old-fashioned... How is this missing? I swear, some of these shots shouldn't be missing, but some of them are clearly missing because I'm a horrible aim sometimes. So, okay, there's still one more. Mirelurk meat. Kind of want to be able to cook that. And you had a... Oh my god, Furious Rolling Pin. I've never been so happy to see a really crappy melee weapon. This is perfect. I will use the Furious Rolling Pin coming up. Oh, that's perfect. I'm so happy to get a I am not furious at the fact that there's a Furious Rolling Pin. That's wonderful. Okay. All's well that ends well when it comes to looking for a melee weapon. I wonder if the Super Mutant had a melee weapon. Just give me a second. I'm exploring. I don't get to do enough exploring in this game. Okay, Super Mutant, you had a board. Okay, so I would have been able... Well, it's a slow weapon, so my action points would have been better just to use the fists. So, yeah. Rolling Pin, I think, is pretty good when it comes to... It's either slow... I mean, it's either medium or Furious Rolling Pin. Yeah, medium... We might need to really rely on our action points. Let's make sure that, yeah, 286 out of 300, that's fine. Hey, do not doubt the Furious Rolling Pin. I will put this to good use very shortly. Those rad roaches will not know what hit them. Okay, let's get the grenades. Now, this place is completely full of grenades that are armed with tripwires that I don't trigger, but there are physics effects that cause problems when it comes to this place, so I have to be incredibly careful as a grenade just runs about. I'm pretty sure it is the grenades. If you just knock a random physics object, including these, you know, multitude of grenades around, it causes them to trip the tripwires. I'm explaining things, Red-Eye. Come on, just give me a second. Okay, so do be careful of the grenades and the tripwires, especially right up here where there's two grenades right there that are going to totally trip a tripwire if I'm not super careful. So grab that. Don't physics anything too quickly. I'm just gonna walk, even though I'm already in hidden, so it doesn't really matter too much, but don't trip the tripwire. Grenades. I like the grenades, but am I over capacity because of grenades? Looks like I am. If I drop something, it's probably going to be dropped straight on top of the tripwire that I haven't done yet, so... I'm already affected by grilled radstag. Oh, overtired. Okay, we can do a Nuka free. And we've got our carry capacity back. Don't trust it. Okay. So, the gas room. Now I get to finally talk about the gas room. The gas room is full of gas, and I don't know what...
Who's torturing who? Pick up the pace,
I'm
Vic.
going to explain this, Red Eye. You can't stop me. Okay, so the gas room. The gas room is going to be full of gas that does poison damage. Now, the glorious thing about poison damage is Med-X, one of the best things to actually stop poison damage, stacks. So if I was just to take 1, 2, 3, 4, go over to my stats, I now have 1,000 poison resistance. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, you know, it's actually great. And since I just took lethargy, I do not give two flips about a frickin' disease anymore for at least 24 hours. And if they try to give me another disease, well, I've already got it, so I don't even care further than that. Before taking purified water, I'm going to take a few more Med-X. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Severely dehydrated, it says. Well, if I'm already severely dehydrated, might as well grab it. Okay. So, we've got 3,000 poison resistance. Overkill. Definitely overkill. You don't need this. I've got periodic damage happening. I've got enough water to get rid of that, thankfully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brings me to just thirsty. Okay. And then 2 more. Perfect. Okay. Med-X stacks. Med-X stacks on the poison resistance. So, good question, John. The Med-X, my damage resistance has gone up a whole 25, but my poison resistance, 3,000 poison resistance. You could sit there with a pipe pistol, fighting a Mirelurk Queen, and you might be able to win at this rate. Hunters, no problem. You can stack all the Med-X for the poison resistance, and you are golden. It's a wonderful thing. And the poison damage that's in this room should make it so this is doable. Now, I have something like a few minutes. It's not as much as the 5 minutes for other things, but should be enough. So we've got our Furious Rolling Pin. That's a funny thing to say, as if I was going to use it, because I'm going to use it. I feel like I want to do a Psycho Buff just because the damage and strength is fun, but no, we're not going to do that. What else? Maybe, I think a Stealth Boy, just to be sure. No. This should work against the poison room. The poison gas should do next to nothing. I do need to grab the key, which is pretty far. I might as well grab the terminal password because I don't want to get locked out and whatnot. So, oh, here it goes. I'm going to take some damage, but it should be just a couple. It's here and there. Is there anything else? Screw it. I have enough Stealth Boys. Let's take a Stealth Boy. And Poison Gas Room. Okay, we're affected by poison gas. But let's take a quick look at our health bar. We're at 142. I'm pretty sure that was at 143 when I started this, so it's not going down too fast. 143. Ooh, it's going down faster than I was expecting. Okay, I've already taken 3 damage. Let's kill this guy. It's not as good. It's not as good. I thought I was better. Okay, let's speed things along. Okay, good thing for testing. Just try to get in here. Okay, I was able to get in here. Password. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, so the poison gas room still did 3 or 4 damage to me. But I think we proved that 3,000 3,000 damage resistance to poison. Pretty effective, but now we have a bunch of rad roaches behind us. I might just do a quick psycho jet. No, I'm just going to do a jet. And you ready? Open doors. Accessing. I already did that. Be sure. Okay. 8 damage. That's actually not great, but I was expecting much less. But at, the same time, there was a potential to do like 20, 30 damage. I remember in my YOLO run, I was doing some testing, some prep, and it was abysmal because I wasn't using medics. Let's kill these guys. I leveled up thanks to a rad roach. Wonderful. Okay, so new health 139. That means that I just gained 5.5 health, and so I took about 8 damage. Yeah, wonderful. Anyway, gas room dealt with. Nice, safe, and sound, except for that 8 damage that I took. Probably should have... I don't want high rads at this point. I mean, it's fun, but no. No. I'm going to take too many rads. And you had... Nope. Definitely not. I'll take that stuff. But I am too far along when it comes to the various weighty down things that I've got going on. Irradiated blood. Was this even a legendary? I was talking too much for me to notice. It was not. Okay. So, yeah. That's always the nice way of looking at things. It's just like, it's fine. The rads will be there soon enough. So level 53. That's always a good thing. I was thinking... Oh, the Radstorm is still here, so that's good news. Now let's just take a look. So, level 53. There are a couple things that I need. The 5 points that I've got going are A-okay. I do want Action Boy just for the faster AP refresh. And I think I want to take that, but at the same time, I really do want to get down to Concentrated Fire. Have I ever done a run with Concentrated Fire that I've actually put up on the channel? I don't know. If I have, then I've forgotten, but... Molotov cocktails. Actually, I kind of want to get safe and sound. Ooh, I'm getting into danger zone already. I'm going to take a Psycho Jet because there's already a frickin' screw you, and okay, nope, this is not going as well as I'd like it to. I'm going up here. Okay, I took the eye off the ball. So this is unfortunate because it causes them to go elsewhere and it causes problems over there. And the turret does turret things and it causes chaos. Chaos can be a good thing, but other times it can just cause issues. The jetpack helped me out by making me survive. Maybe I should have taken frickin' Action Boy. Where the hell did the... I have no clue where one of the flying ant swarms went. Which is always good.
Let's get a move on.
Okay, let's get a move on indeed. 49 fragmentation grenades, that's a bit overkill, but we'll deal with it.
Doesn't matter what you do. The gauntlet gets them all in the end.
So this should be... we're in hidden, which is good. So they killed the ant swarms, apparently. Hurt was really effective at that, I suppose. We're going to just take a stealth boy and make it all the way through right now. Okay.
God damn, look who's in the home stretch. Time for a little audience participation.
Extra grenades. Don't. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Something's happening. Get out of here. Okay. There was a lot of explosions happening all of a sudden. As an explosion, and I looked at my health at the very end, and it looked like it had dropped suddenly, so Overtired is back. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, so let's see. We've got enough of the Nuka-World. We've already got enough of the Nuka-World. This has not gone to plan exactly, but enough to plan that we can get through this. I over-encumbered still. Why am I over-encumbered still? What did I pick up that... Okay, tired. What did I... I'm very confused as to what I picked up that caused me to be this over-encumbered. Drop a few things that are heavy. Don't care. That's confusing, but...
You know what that sound means? Get your ass down to cola cars. The main event's about to begin.
Okay, there we go. So...
You got me wired up yet, Gage?
Yeah. The
Shut off that
HP from over-encumbered just popping in and out of existence is the worst.
There's my
But,
next
no, we're good. That worried me a little bit too, especially with the fact that it didn't immediately go back up to not over-encumbered.
Stock up. Make yourself presentable. Then we're gonna give these folks a show. A show where I decorate these walls here with your lovely brains. Thanks to this suit, I'm the only one that wins this fight.
Yep,
Period.
just a
You
debuff,
think
thankfully.
that power armor will do you any good? Think again.
It can do some good work, but I don't have the strength for Pain Train, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, if you've watched any other run of mine, I always like doing it a very particular way where I get to say that I didn't use the squirt gun. Pick it up now. Wonderful. And 307 out of 310. It's a quest item. I need to make sure I'm not carrying too much. There's just too many things. 0.5 weights for most of this, and
If you want to make it out of this alive.
you know what? Screw it. Let's just put a bunch of random junk. That stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, and ammo. I know this is pretty light, but I don't want to lose my 10 carry weight again and be caught off guard. For the weapons, I picked up a pulse mine, I thought. Apparently not. For this, let's look at things that we don't need. Irradiated blood is 0.3. I would normally take all of this anyway, but...
Find the intercom on the wall.
Okay, Gage, let's get this on with.
Hey, I know you're still in there.
Who is this?
I'm the guy that's gonna get you
YOLO
out of this
Oppenheimer is
alive.
giving Gage
So
just a
listen up.
second to sweat a little bit.
All right, I'm listening.
My kind of guy.
Oh, I know you've been around Beezer, but yeah, this is...
You made it this far.
I don't know.
You obviously
I
got
guess I have
skill.
done it with the
But this
NOLA
fight
run.
coming up
Wait,
is
have I?
rigged.
Shoot, now I don't
You
even
get
know.
me? Overboss Coulter. Damn thing.
Anyway,
I wouldn't expect that. Right.
Coulter's invincible. People have
I
tried
already
grenades and
grabbed that.
miniguns, but
I'm
have they
armed.
tried shooting him with a specific
I
perk?
know what it looks
So the specific perk
work.
is going to be
Once it'll-
Sniper. It has a chance of knocking
Consider it
down a
done.
target.
That's what I like to hear.
And when you knock down a target, they make themselves open to a particular thing that you can do with a wonderful, wonderful other perk.
Disciples, are you ready for
So
blood?
just because you knock him down doesn't mean you're going to do any damage to him. You can knock him down as much as you want, but he still has immunity to damage.
You ready for things to get
So the thing I need to do is be able to do damage to him while he's knocked down. And there's a very, very, very particular thing that I like about pickpocket. I never take it for any other reason than this, and I never make any pickpocket attempts other than this. We're going to take one. That's great. And hidden behind the second one is placing live grenades inside person's inventory. Now, normally, if they're in combat, you can't do anything about it. But if they're knocked down, you can. You can put a grenade in someone's pocket if they're knocked down. And that's how we get this. We get a scope on our rifle. We get sniper or pain train, but this is a sniper run.
Are you ready to die?
Oh, thoroughly.
Let's do that!
Okay, just slow things down. He immediately falls over. Thank you for that, Coulter. Make it nice and easy. We'll take a little bit of damage. Have to get into crouching for us to access his inventory. But now, yeah, we just get to take a look at his ammo, his bottle caps, his buff out. I could take his power fist, but I'm not going to. I'm not mean like that. But yeah, for that, I think a grenade is a pretty good trade. So let's give him one of those and be on our way. Oh, the door's closed. That's too bad. Oh, and he died. Exactly 1 damage. Good, good, good. I like even numbers. 1 damage is a good number to take when it comes to damage from Coulter. Ah, that's always fun. Let's grab his password. Nuka-Cola Quantum is reasonable. What the hell did just happen?
We've got ourselves a new Overboss.
This guy?
Yeah, we've done it. Overtired from lack of sleep, and I'm over encumbered. Ugh. Really? 301 out of 300? Okay, let's drink up some water because Gage has got to do some talking to convince people that I'm the real deal. I'm here to save them or something. I am ready to just eat something or... Okay, now let's be reasonable. Let's take another Nuka free.
To know what the hell you're doing.
Thank you, John. That was my trick of the trade. Either I run full speed at Coulter and place a grenade in his inventory, or I shoot him with a rifle that has a scope on it, knock him down, and place a grenade in his inventory. This trick is going to get old for the next run, probably. But I'm still going to do it. There's no way about it. Have to do the fun little don't use the squirt gun on Coulter trick. Ugh. Can I drop the squirt gun yet? Where's the squirt gun? Thirst zapper. Yeah, I can't drop it. Too bad. And of course, Gage is going to talk about how the fact that I was only saved because he gave me the idea to use the squirt gun.
Worked like a charm.
Yes, my sniper perk did work like a charm.
Death by squirt gun. I'd love to see the message on his tombstone.
Tell me about it. I wish I had a better look at his face when the suit shorted out. I get that you have no idea what's going on and everything is coming at you real fast. But you need to listen. Taking out Coulter wasn't just a last-minute decision. Now that he's actually gone, all I'm asking is that you trust me on this.
Sure. And while you're at it, I suppose next you'll be offering me 1,000,000 caps.
All right. There are 3 raider gangs that...
Sure.
And yeah, if the names didn't give it away, thanks to Coulter, I think you have what it takes to turn things around.
Okay, trying to move
Sounds
this
like fun.
conversation
Count me in.
along.
That's the spirit. No,
Because if you don't know what happens here in Nuka-World, well, I'm sure there's plenty of Fallout content that could go into the, deep dive as to the raider gangs and whatnot. But Gage wants me to become the Overboss, and the Overboss is ruling over Nuka-World with 3 gangs underneath them. The Disciples, the Pack, and of course the Operators. And they're all very peculiar. Especially the fact that there's really, really crazy, nasty ones. But that's fine. Yeah, I mean, they really should have just done like one little bit where they pay someone $100 and say, "Hey, can you just kind of get on WebEx and record something for us? We want to put in a new voice line for Gage." Just find something that it doesn't need to match his mouth movement or something. Just be like, "Oh, so I guess you decided to put a frag mine in his underpants." That works too, but my squirt gun idea was going to work. It was a good idea, let me tell you. And then you could just play it off from there. Just realize what the player has done when they've done something ridiculous that you allow them to do, game. That would be wonderful. Speaking of wonderful, we are here in Nuka-World, and it is a Radstorm, and the Radstorm does seem to be... Okay, the Radstorm was deciding to go. It was definitely on the way out, but that's fine. So, what we're going to do is quickly move along. Radstorm? I know what a Radstorm looks like, and it is not looking like a Radstorm.
You haven't seen anything that's,
Sierra, what's up with this
ordinary around here,
Radstorm?
have you?
This is...
Something hidden.
Okay, I am thoroughly worried by the fact that the Radstorm's not sticking around. I want the Rads. I don't want the Rads, but I want the Rads. This is a Rad run. I need the Radstorm to be sticking around 100% of the time. I need to not be able to use a hazmat suit or a Rad-X or anything. Power armor is fine, but what the hell? I'm gonna just... Okay, this is getting a little annoying. Let's go talk to Gage, and hopefully the Radstorm starts behaving and sticking around longer than 5 seconds, because, yeah, the whole mod about the whole Radstorm in Nuka-World, well, 586 is what we're at right now. Looking at the weather, we've got Nuka-World weathers, and it's clear, dusty, and rain. All of this stuff is... This is all just not for me, and it doesn't even have a Radstorm. So, yeah, we're kind of stuck with pressing B every 5 seconds. If this is... Oh, God, we're overtired again. And I picked up Idiot Savant, so that kind of is fine, but... I am running out of patience with this whole using up all my Nuka free. Okay, I'm going to put stuff in the workbench. I'm going to put ammo in the workbench, and I'm going to put a couple fusion cores, 4 of them, in the workbench. Let's talk to Gage quick, like.
Gage.
Welcome home, boss. The digs are yours now.
Wait,
Hope you...
why do I have only 107 out of... Something very strange is happening. I shouldn't have lost 30 hit... Game? Game, are you feeling alright? Have I taken so much caffeine that it's actually... No, it's endurance. It's the food. Oh, God. Roasted Mirelurk meat. Save me. Okay, there we go. I'm not losing health because I'm tired, but I am looking forward to some sleep, actually. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Okay, let's move forward. I am both tired and done with this already. The gauntlet was a little stressful, but the Overboss was fun. So let's become the new Overboss and then talk to all the Raider bosses. And with talking to all the Raider bosses, we're going to have a good time. Okay, I don't need the hassle.
Are you out the gang?
Hey,
Oh.
Gage.
So come on.
Oh, shoot, I
Wanna
pressed
talk to the
right
gangs?
too
Get
soon.
'em on your
Yes,
side.
it's peckish.
Okay. Let's
I
do
got
this.
really
All
worried.
right.
Okay,
Eat it.
now we're
I'm
going, and now I'm not going to talk to him anymore. Okay, so, of course, we have to meet everyone, and that's annoying, and I'm going to put maybe, like, half of my grenades away, because I don't think I need those yet. Frag mines, a few of those away. Furious rolling pins, stuff like that. Thirst Sapper can go away. Yeah, I definitely brought too much stuff, didn't I? That's a shame. But we need to talk to the Raider bosses because that's a little bit of experience and it gets Gage out of up there. And the way to deal with Nuka-World is 2 ways. You're either friends with the Raiders and you do everything they say, or you're enemies with the Raiders and you immediately kill them. Guess which way I'm going to go on a live stream that has a Radstorm that's constantly taking away my hit points, and I have to go throughout the Commonwealth if I was to choose the Raider path, and that would take way too much time. And yeah, I'm thinking that I'm not really on board with the Raiders. For some reason, I don't know if it's the heads on the spikes or the living people being tied to a wall, surrounded by blood as if they were being bled dry on a daily basis, or something like that. This is essentially Bethesda trying to push the whole blood and gore thing to you know, as far as they usually take it, because this is the disciples. Ooh, not a nice bunch of people.
So, you're Gage's little pet project.
Yes, I am.
Last I checked, I'm the Overboss.
You survived the gauntlet. You killed Coulter. So sure, you're the Overboss.
And she
But that
doesn't
title
recognize
hasn't
me
meant
either
anything
as
for a
the
long
amazing
time now.
sniper,
If Gage thinks that'll
pickpocketer.
change overnight,
It pisses me off that like Nisha is just like, yeah, it's
I'm
only
sure
because
other-
Gage that you
This
got through
world
there.
needs
I'm
rules.
skipping your
Rules,
conversation
rules,
because you're
although I
not
could-
respecting the fact that I can use sniper and
Danger?
pickpocket
That's
together
correct.
to make
So you-
Overboss
I'm
Coulter
the
a
best
joke.
there is.
willing to bet. We
Uh.
fuck this up?
And I will not
Right.
F this
Work
up,
for
I
me.
promise. Oh gosh, profanity. I cannot. I'm clutching my pearls right now. How dare you, Nisha? That alone is enough for me to think twice about supporting you. Oh gosh. Yeah. Freaking psychos. I mean, the pack, you know, I can say to them, at least they have animals and it's fun with the animals, but then I think about the animals, so it's kind of hard to like choose between which is worse, the people that just put animals into fighting cages or the people that torture human. Okay, I'm all for like sentient, like defending the people that are being like killed and bled and whatnot. They're just so both horrible. Like how far do you have to go down to decide which one is the worst? Pack or at least the operators, they're they're kind of just nasty, where it's I'm going to get you to go out of your way and make us caps and stuff like that, but you get to live, and yeah, you lose your, you know, savings or whatnot, but you know, we have those. They're called like, I don't know, banks and corporations and you know, societal governmental stuff and whatnot that just like, oh god, well you've done, you know, lost something. Where the hell is this Radstorm going? Okay. Touching on political things a bit too much. So anyway, whether it's the people who take your money, take your animals, or take your blood, they're all nasty, and I don't think I support any of them. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be a raider this run. YOLO Oppenheimer has had enough of this. Let's go on to the pack, and then from there we'll stop by not Nisha. We just talked to Nisha. Mags and William, those two. Oh god, this is just, yeah. Radstorm cutting out every 5 seconds is annoying. The fact that I thought that I was losing a bunch of health because of whatever reason, then realizing I was hungry and weary from lack of sleep. This is... Radstorm, can you just stick with me for a second?
Without bothering me about it. You
I-
need help finding
I can help him. I can help him.
No, I can handle it. There's plenty.
Mason, I got this. Okay, maybe not. I'll put my gun down. Ugh.
Hey there.
Now that I get a closer look at you, not sure I'm buying this new Overboss.
Oh, don't you worry. You're gonna buy it soon enough.
Yeah.
We're all in this
Sure,
together.
We're gonna be
Together.
Seriously,
Okay.
You might
Moving
belong
forward
work
with all
together,
of this silliness.
If that. Look, just figure the gate.
Don't worry. Gage knew what he was doing.
Jury's still out, but ain't likely you're gonna be any worse than Coulter.
Oh, just
Don't get
hold
me
your breath.
wrong, and things, but that was a year.
And Coulter went soft, better than going
Sure,
hard,
ain't
because going
things-
hard is going to be a thing. Moving forward with the leader stuff.
I
intend to treat all the gangs equally.
ain't no two things in this world that's truly one gang is gonna one lad. There's always, if you're ever able to, loyalty.
The whole thing with, yeah, siding with the Raiders, if you're a pragmatist, you get some really awesome perks from it. So what happens if you side with the Raiders and you get, if you're a melee character, oh my god, siding with the Raiders. Side with William and Mags and Mason. No, not William and Mags. William and Mags are who I would side with if I've sided with anyone. But yeah, the 25%, what is it? Damage reduction from Mason. And what is it? 20. Oh, it's not coming back to me. There's a melee effect on that. The action point refresh after kills with the disciples. The silent weapons or suppressed weapons do 10% more damage, and you're more sneaky when it comes to the operators. Oh god, I can't. Radstorm? Okay. The amount of Radstorm going away is getting a bit weird. Yeah, I was trying to think of something, a name that started with O, and that was also somehow nuclear. So Oppenheimer, and then I was just like, YOLO Oppenheimer. It works. So
You can go.
YOLO Oppenheimer is having a great time as a You Only Live Once character.
Man was an idiot. Made us all look bad.
A clown stuck in his own little car. I guess we can take some solace in the fact that someone finally gave him what he deserved.
Yes, that was
I
me.
want to know, what did you feel as you did it? When you brought that walking pile of human garbage to his knees?
Regret, I guess? I didn't want to kill him.
You'd be the only one.
Agreed.
I would just want to
Not
stick
going to
enough
make much of a
grenades in his
splash around
pockets so he
Nuka-World
didn't,
with
you
an
know,
attitude
like
like that.
have his power armor anymore,
Regardless,
and then he'd just be sitting there
Gage's
naked.
decree means that
But
you
no,
will be
unfortunately, I
Overboss.
stuck them a little
I
too deep
suppose
and
we
they
can
killed
only
him.
hope you work out better than the last one.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
that-
definitely going to work out better than the
no,
last one. I
because-
promise, definitely.
Happiness?
And this park is definitely dedicated
This
to
place was
happiness.
built
Don't you
for the
even
sole
start with any
purpose of
sort of
taking
money-making
packs
thing,
out of the
Mags.
pockets of- well,
But yeah,
though,
no, money would
and-
be great
and-
too.
Mike?
Well,
So, and we'll
Thank you, John. The whole YOLO Oppenheimer thing, I don't put too much stock in names, but at the same time, I realize it does make a good. I don't know. People do like a good name, so YOLO Oppenheimer. It's it works for a rad sort of situation where I'm gonna end the game with like 75% of my health bar taken up by rads or something like that. We'll see. We will see. But moving forward, we've got to talk to Gage and get him out of our residence because he's sitting there just lazying away, telling us to do things, talk to the people, talk to the whatever. Now that we've become Overboss, now we can finally send our raiders off into the wider world, get them killed, and take control of Nuka-World with a reduced amount of raiders around. We'll send the disciples off to Blood Rock Gulch or whatever, Dry Rock Gulch. No, Blood Rock Gulch. I'll call it Blood Rock Gulch after the disciples take it. And the River of Blood for the Nuka-Cola whatever refreshment. World of Refreshment or something. Yeah, I think that'll work out nicely for them. But the Safari, obviously, it's going to the pack. That makes sense. And Kitty Kingdom, just, you know, essentially milking a bunch of parents and their kids dry because there's a bunch of rides that the kids want to, you know, run on. That goes to the operators. Same with the Galactic Zone. So let's send those people off to do some dirty work, get them all killed.
Yeah.
And
You're
then
back
that'll
in
be a
one,
nice
everything
way
all
of getting
peachy
rid of
with
all
our
these
friendly
raiders.
Neighborhood psychopath.
Yep.
Sure
And
hope you
now
didn't
let's send them
promise
off
too
to a
much.
mission.
I mean, going a little over the top is part of the game, but
They'll do what they're told. That's all that matters.
oh boy, okay. Time to roll up your sleeves, boss. There's work to be done.
What?
This place is huge, divided up into sections. We need to take them all back. You stake a claim, plant a little flag for one of the gangs, and that settles it. It's theirs for
What?
good. Who gets what, that'll be your call.
No.
Whoever you hand it off to will appreciate it, but
I thought the whole point of having minions was to get them to do the dirty work.
yeah, give it time. You still got to prove to them you're worth following, remember?
I killed
So that's
Coulter.
it. Nice and simple, right?
No, it's not.
Take a minute. Settle in if you want. And then let's get to it. And hey, we're in this together.
You know what, Gage? No thanks. Thanks for nothing.
No thanks. I got this.
Suit yourself. Change your mind. I'll be around.
Don't worry, I've changed my mind immediately. There is no way I'm going to mess around with you or the Raiders. Yeah, we are going to clear this park out of all of the riffraff, and that riffraff is definitely these nasty Raiders.
No shortage of suckers in the Commonwealth.
Oh, and they're talking about my settlements in this Commonwealth? Oh, that is, he's gone too far. No. What we have to do is make this place work for us. And if they're not going to work for us, well, then we're going to get some, vacancies installed. So, with the Radstorm constantly going off on us, I think we're going to actually call it there, because I want to make sure that there's no way to make a Radstorm actually stick with me, because I've been having to press the Radstorm button way too often this part. Oh, God. Yeah. I will definitely, John. The mini nukes will be falling if I had a mini nuke. Oh, God, I forgot the mini nuke. Okay, we'll have to make do with bullets. Bullets we'll have to do. But there is going to be ways to deal with the raiders. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. And next time, we will be finishing Nuka-World with the death of so many raiders. And then, well, then we get to cross off our, DLC that actually takes us someplace outside of the Commonwealth. Yeah, somewhere, someplace. I can't decide. But yeah, Automatron. Automatron is coming up very quickly all of a sudden, and I'll need to consider just how I'm dealing with that, because usually I am, well, it should be fine. I'm in power armor. I've got 40-ish% of my health back to deal with that. That's a total of, oh god, 138 hit points. That's not a lot. But yes, until next time, when we kill all the raiders and take control of Nuka-World, and then we have to go actually turn the power on, which is its own thing. Also simple. Yeah, I've been Keith. This has been Game to Please with Fallout 4. You only live once, done live with the Rad Run here in Nuka-World. And I need to get some sleep. I'm very tired, and I'm worried about sleeping. I want to see how much damage I'm doing with a very weak weapon to a raider and make sure that I can kill them in one shot without all of the adrenaline. So until next time, when I might be killing raiders without the adrenaline, yeah, farewell.